Hey, welcome to another episode of Electrical Theology, guys. My alien brothers and sisters, my galactic friends and neighbors, and Earth-based people. How you doing today? My name is Charles. I'll be your host, and welcome to Electrical Theology, Esoteric Life Coaching that shares esoteric knowledge for the purpose of enlightenment. Either having a lighter mind, bringing more electrical energy into our brain waves, and creating more energy or light waves or portals or gateways, veils, whatever you want to call these things that bring the divine light into our cells and make us more light. Our thinking is lighter. Our bodies become lighter, if you will. Our philosophies become lighter. And how do we do this? Is that we practice the unfolding moment, not to live in any other linear time of past or futures. We just live in the here and now, the simple life. Doesn't mean it can't get complicated or confusing or lost in your own thoughts, but we have the ability to unfold those lost thoughts in the moment. We can feel those emotions in the moment. We don't put them away. We don't ignore them. We don't blame them. We don't fault them. They are ours because all emotions are thoughts. Thoughts then get turned into action if they are focused upon. So when you take responsibility for your thoughts, actions, and emotions, you become a person in the unfolding moment, which is with an undefended heart. We're not justifying or making excuses or any of the other popular terms that are out there today, such as gaslighting, fifth dimensions, and all this type of stuff. I get it. I hear it. But it sort of categorizes you in a mind frame when you use certain terms when everyone else is using them. It shows that you are part of a collective, but are you part of an individualistic being within that collective? There's collective unconscious and collective conscious. Right? My point is to be your own individual self within the collective, much like being your own house within a neighborhood. Dress it how you want. Don't allow others to dictate what curtains you can put up in your windows or how tall your grass should be. This to me is, I understand it again, but it's not what I choose. I choose to live simply. All right, so if it is your first time joining us, definitely like, subscribe, share. Hit that little like button, guys. The algorithm loves it. All right, the computers love it. It's like you being tickled. They like it when you tickle them like that, and I will forever be grateful for you for liking that and subscribing and sharing this information, guys. All right. And today the last couple of videos, we talked about gratitude. If you haven't watched those, that was about 2-3 videos ago. And then yesterday we went into opening the veil, and then we went down the halls of possibility of everything. So understanding the word thing, before thing, it was a no thing or nothing. And then the no thing came out of the no, or the unformed. The unformed became a form, and that form is what we're calling a thing. Now there is intrinsic things or intangible things, much like you have a picture in your head. Well, it's not in this reality. So part of manifesting and learning about manifesting and using gratitude to get you there is being able to take that picture in your head and bring it through the veil, right? This veil, what we're calling veil or life. Live, same word. And we're bringing it through the veil from the intangible, from those ions, the electrical current, creating a wavelength that then creates a waveform that then creates the thing or attracts electromagnetically to you in this realm, the things, people, and places that you're choosing to have or going from your present state to desired state. We've talked about present state to desired state in videos past as well. I encourage you guys, if you are new, go back and watch a bunch of those videos. They're going to help you understand as we go forward. Right? Now that we understand that the halls of possibility of everything we've talked about and being able to see your thoughts from a bigger perspective, right? We're going to talk about the expanding of the pre-thing. So when it isn't a pre-thing stage, even though it's a picture, we still have the ability to add or delete what we don't want in that before it manifests. All right? So sort of I have a little chart here for you. If I can put myself somewhere, we'll explain the whole chart. So if my little head's bobbing in there, that's okay. Boing, boing, boing. All right, so gratitude and meditation, right? So in esoteric teaching, there's a point where the more knowledge you gain, because we're the perpetual student, the more knowledge we gain, the more compassionate we become. So if you are judgmental, it means you stop learning. Right? You stop. You're linked, or you're boxed into your own beliefs. And most of the time, they're not your beliefs; they're other people's beliefs. And these judgments are coming from self-judgment of your self-character, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-identity. Right? And if you have never created those for yourself, then you don't know who you are, which then you're more apt to judge. Why? Because you haven't gained the knowledge. And why haven't you gained the knowledge? Because you haven't been motivated, and that's okay. Motivation is just moving ions. Are you ready to move out of this construct that you've built and go into a more expanded one, as we see here in the chart to the right? That there's space in between each of these circles, right? The group over here is the circles are all concentrated, very little space in between. But when we expand and through gratitude and meditation, and I'll explain meditation here in a little bit, because you're always in meditation. Meditation for me, again, we'll get into this in a minute, but you see that in between these dots, there's space all around. So we can add more stuff in, because when we concentrate it and focus upon it with devotional thinking or devotional feelings of having this thing form, or this no thing form into a thing, then the amount of devotion, i.e. meditation and gratitude, it starts coming through this veil of the supernatural into the natural world, or this world, right? It's like watching a spaceship go from one dimension into another dimension. It sort of like goes through this unseen screen, and on one side of it, it's shaped in the atmosphere is one way, but when it goes into the other side, it's a whole totally different atmosphere and shape, right? That makes sense? So the idea is to have more compassion, right? And if you don't have compassion, then you're going to be judgmental. Now, this isn't an and or, like our divided place. I'm giving you a generalization of if you are having difficulty getting to your desired state, then the desired state is going to be harder to come about because you're being judgmental, because the judgmentals are based on beliefs, which means you're not expanding in these these ions. These circles are ions. These ions that are in the pre-thing or the pre-thought world are going to stay that way because you're not changing them. So by going through gratitude and deep meditation, devotional meditation, it expands them. And so it expands the ions. So let me get a little bit into meditation. Now, because you're breathing, you're connected. Meditation, for the purpose, is connecting you to yourself, to the deeper universe, whatever this is for you in meditation. Meditation for me is mediation or mediumship. So meditation is putting me in touch with the unseen and in touch with me, and then eventually when I manifest the unseen into the seen, then I'm the middle person who makes that happen. So meditation is basically taking the cosmic knowledge, if you will, forming it in this realm of thought, or this realm of possibilities, these hallways of possibilities, right? The mansion, the man's ions, right? There's rooms in my mansions, right, as it said. And there's many rooms in these mansions. So that's basically the same thing I'm saying here. But in esoteric speak, I'm able then to, through gratitude and meditation, I'm able then to meditate, which means I'm the medium. So I take from the universal unformed, because I'm the one forming it. I'm painting the picture before it becomes a picture. And so when I paint this picture, and then I actually get paints out in this world and paint it, what I see in my head, then it becomes a thing. It comes out of the no thing into the thing. And so I'm the medium that makes that from the unseen to me, and I bring it through. Am I making sense? A little convoluted, but hopefully you understand. If not, leave me a comment below, guys, and then that way I can get a little more idea of what y'all are wanting from these videos, or maybe go deeper into something. But anyway, we're always in contact, and we're breathing. The breath is the divine fire. And so we're always in meditation, but there's devotional meditation where we isolate all the distractions from the external and just focus on the internal. Right? We can bring the focus to our everyday conversations, right? By deep listening, compassion, right? And that's a practice of meditation. It's an external practice, but what I'm talking about is internal, esoteric meditation. Grabbing knowledge from the universe, bringing it through our physical body and out into this realm. So, understanding that concentrated beliefs, because beliefs are in the past, and the construct that you believe that there is a past or future, instead of the unfolding moment, the exoteric thinking, it's lacking internal knowledge. And how do you get the internal knowledge? You got to go into deep devotional meditation. If not, then you'll end up being judgmental. So if you find yourself judging people, especially people you don't know, or what's happening on the TV because you don't know what's happening, who's ever presenting that information, and all the characters there, you're going to be judgmental, which means you lack knowledge, right? And that's okay. If you want to be judgmental, be judgmental. But judgmental is small thinking, right? It's not deep thinking, right? Shallow thinking. So you're always going to attract shallowness around you, right? And then esoteric is higher knowledge, which leads to compassion. So the higher, and I quote higher because it's not below or above anyone else, it's just an expanded amount of knowledge. It doesn't mean that we're any better or worse than anyone else, right? You, me, we all have the same access to knowledge. Some of us just choose to access it more often than some people do, and with that more access, it gives us more compassion. Compassion, again, is compass ions, with passion, right? Compass, all the words are in that same word. Compassion is a compass. It's your internal direction, your moral compass, right? Your core values, that's your compass. And then when you come past the ions, that becomes compassion because we have more knowledge. Just by you understanding what I'm saying, you're gaining more knowledge. So that puts you at a higher perspective, a panoptic perspective. What does panoptic mean? It means a broader perspective that we can then focus on, right? So this broader perspective, when we're in the realm or the halls of possibilities or the realms of possibilities, and we are able to then look, we'll just call it down for now, or we're looking around our thoughts and all the pre-thoughts we have in motion, and the people, places, and things you're about to have coming into this world with continual focus, be it old concentrated focus or new open focus, devotional focus. And what it does is gives us a higher perspective. So when I say higher, it just gives us a view, a consciousness view, because we're in the esoteric now. We can see, because we are everything and we're connected to everything and the no thing. And then we're able then to weave in and out of space through this gratitude. We're able to expand what we think was solid. And in this planet, there's nothing solid. There's space between everything. And so with that space, we're able then to expand our knowledge. And when we expand, we have room for new knowledge to fit in. And with that new knowledge fitting in, then we have a bigger compassion for other people because now we understand more. We have more awareness. All right? Making sense, guys? I appreciate you hanging in there. This will be it for this video. And then come Monday, we're going to start a whole new episode. We're going to take in, I'm going to start presenting you with live downloads from out there and get a general idea of what's going on, and in the planet here, Earth, as well as galactic stuff. And then Tuesday, we're going to get more into all the ancient arts of tarot, mediumship, manifesting, stuff like that. So join me Monday, and then we look forward to seeing you and appreciate, love each and every one of you. And until I see you again next time.